Obama's political capital to pass SCIFTA plan kills that leads to collapse of South Korean alliance and nuclear war on 2AC1. D outweighs A magnitude. Both impacts are extinction, meaning you need to look at a time frame and probability, both of which we will win, and B probability Korean conflict is escalating. Now look to the status quo and C time frame. This is where you have to vote nay. Right now, SCIFTA has to be passed by August. The Resolution 5.5 evidence from the 1NC shows that. And D, DA turns case. SCIFTA keeps our hedge, which turns our whole China scenario, and if we don't pass SCIFTA, it leads to extinction, so they don't get a chance to save their 100 quadrillion lives. And move on to 2AC2, the uniqueness debate. 1, extend Reuters and 5.5 from the 1NC. The SCIFTA will pass by August because the president is pushing for it. And 2, will pass Republican compromise from Reuters on 6.7. We just separate these issues, deal with them independently, move ahead with these trade deals. McConnell told reporters Republicans would be happy to consider TAA if it was coupled with legislation to give Obama trade promotion authority to negotiate new trade agreements. Obama's not asked for authority, but his administration is negotiating regional trade agreements with 8 countries in the Asia-Pacific region. And 2AC3 says no spillover, but 1, every action has a reaction. Decisions you make now affect decisions you make later. And 2, getting bills in Congress passed is about compromise. Debates do spill over. And then next, 2AC4 and 5 answered on the uniqueness debate above that Republicans are willing to make a deal and bipartisanship does exist because of this. That's Reuters and 6.7. And 2AC6 says not intrinsic, but cross-apply the analysis from 2AC3 that all actions have reactions, that the compromise is key. And 2AC7 and 8 say is the link debate. They say link not specific, but 1, extend the Kaufman and 8 card from the 1NC space exploration is unpopular in Congress because of costs, and since there are so many steps to the plan, we would basically be writing a blank check. And 2, moon funding incites fights from CSM on 416. Becoming battle over funding, the moon project will play out in Congress over coming months. This debate will likely have little of the polarizing partisan tones of other issues on Capitol Hill. Rather, it pits key political states with many space-related jobs, Florida, Texas, California, Colorado, against other states. And then 2AC9 says plan builds momentum, but this card is from 2002, baby. Then it would have had gained momentum, but not now. The time gap is huge. It doesn't even take into account deficit problems and other issues. And 2, Obama's already said he won't go back to the moon. Passing the plan takes his credibility. And 3, the negative spending of the plan happens way before any of the positive effects come from it. And 4, winners lose. Obama lost political capital after healthcare is empirically proven. And then 2AC10 says Joan card solved link, but 1, cross-play timber in 425 says moon funding unpopular. Oh, sorry, didn't read that. Never mind. And then okay, so it's still going to cost a bunch of money to go to the moon. Like their Jones card just says that the technology's there, but we have to see that it's still going to cost a lot of money, and that's why it's unpopular. And then 2AC11 says SCIFTA isn't key to the alliance, but 1, extend Huang and Kim and 5 from the 1NC that SCIFTA is key because of economic cooperation, and 2, free trade deal is key to cover all overall relations and stability in Asia from Lee and 9. The North Korean nuclear threat continues to dominate the security agenda, continuing to delay the passage of the Korea-U.S. free trade agreement from Manitoba political interest will only elevate unnecessary tensions. One of the leading barometers of America's continuing influence over the next 2 to 3 decades surely resides in how he chooses to manage America's Asian alliances. And 2AC12 says space races international Korean lines isn't, but with North Korea testing nuclear weapons, this is an international issue, and our alliance with South Korea is more important than ever. And 2, extend the Doyle and 9 card from the 1NC. The Korean War causes extinction. If that's not international, I don't know what is. And 3, look at the time frame. And then 2AC13 says politics DAs are bad for debate, but the education we get is actually good because we learn about current issues in Congress we don't get from anywhere else. And 2, cross-apply the analysis on 2AC3 and 5. That every action has a reaction in Congress is all about compromise. And 3, we have to look at the fact that policymakers make different decisions on different things, and we have to look at how the decisions they make on different policies affects other policies. I have a bunch of time left that I don't know what to do with.
30 seconds.